first and 10. Hill. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's Hill. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw. Hill, flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Leopard, here we go now.
Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. On the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
An update from Denver. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now let's go.
On second down, here's Hill. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Detroit.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So 2nd and 10 here.
No. Jack,
Here's Hill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
Now Hill on 3rd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully...
And he coughed it up. Space to maneuver at the 40. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second down, here's Goff. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for gone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Off to Austin that time for an L.A. first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, it's Hill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Watkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 7-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They've gone to the 2nd quarter now in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Barkevious Mingo. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Hill now on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Hill flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 10, Hill being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Hill. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Right side complete. That's Woods. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play clock winding down. Here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd down is Hill. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. 2nd and 10. Goff again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Goff now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. All right, now, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. From the gun, here's Hill. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, here's Hill. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Star Latulele able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw on second down. Hill. And an alley to run. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And it's up and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. From the 50, it's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd down, here's Goff. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Defense showing blitz. Now they try the right side here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A give. This is Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of...
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.